to me and Family Fun. Today we're going to be doing our Read Aloud. So we have a couple stories to read. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 stories. One is nonfiction called Volcanoes. Dive Away Begin actually is our last page of the book. Pokemon. Our nursery collection. And technology's impact. So let's read this first. Oh, this is what I don't know. So the last time we read about making steel. So now we're going to be reading about making cars. So let's get reading. Making cars. At the turn of the 20th century, the automobile was a fancy new contraption enjoyed only by the rich. Cars were difficult to make and were built by hand. Most people could not afford one. Then in 1913, Henry Ford and his Ford Motor Company developed a new method for manufacturing. He used an informative system called an assembly line to mass produce a car called Model T. Ford's assembly line worked this way. The frame of the car sat on a large belt, which moved slowly across 150 feet of factory floor with help from a system of pulleys and moving chains. I have hiccups. Instead of 1 or 2 workers building each car one at a time from start to finish, Ford broke down the job of building a car into the 84 separate steps. Using this method, a worker would be responsible for doing just one of those jobs as the car moved slowly along the long belt. One person might screw on the doors, another might put on the wheels. Still another could place the engine into the car. Other workers would supply pieces for the line. Henry Ford in a Model T that he drove to the White House. So here's Henry Ford in his car. That may not be the best great picture because it's all gray and stuff because that's how pictures were in the old days. But yeah. Inventions of the Industrial Age. 1760s, 18s, First Industrial Revolution. 1764 is when the spinning jenny got built. 1769, water frame. And 1775 is the spinning wheel. So I was reading the timeline down here, so you can pause that and look at them. Okay. The assembly line helped to make work in factories more efficient. So here is the tool they were talking about. Ford also developed machines that could stamp out car parts from steel and other metals. The machine did the work faster and more accurately than humans could. Instead of taking 12 hours to assemble a single car, a car could be together in just 2.5 hours. That's pretty fast. All these improvements allowed Ford to make more cars more efficiently. Since he could make more cars cheaper and faster, Ford was able to charge less. Cars became affordable to more people. That made the demand for the new cars even higher. By the mid-1920s, there were over 10 million Model T cars on the road. The assembly line soon changed the way that most goods were manufactured. Factories adapted the concept to produce many different goods, such as shoes, household goods, and early electronics. The effects of the Industrial Revolution were widespread. From Samuel Slaughter's first textile mills to the Ford assembly line, from the water-powered looms to the steam-powered turbines, the Industrial Revolution helped change America and the way Americans lived. 1781, the steam engine. 1784, power loom. 1787, steamboat. 1793, cotton gin. And 1804, the steam railway locomotive. So you can pause these and look at them. And there. So, next time we read it is when that's the last page of the book. So Samuel Morse, inventor and artist. So that's the last page we're going to read before we basically finish the book. So next time we read, we're gonna read Samuel Morse, inventor and artist. I swore I said that twice. Okay, so that was technology impact on society for today. So now we're gonna read the nursery collection. So last time we read, which was a while, we read this book right here. And I tried translating it, but nothing showed up. And we also read 10 Green Bottles. So now we're going to read Elephants Never Forget and Itchy Spots. My pants. Okay. I woke up this morning astounded to find my long trunk in a knot. I know it must be something to remind me to remember something I forgot. But though I've been thinking all morning, I haven't remembered it yet. Still, I'm sure I'll think of it soon because elephants never forget. So this poor elephant is tangled in a knot. That's not right. Itchy spots. Poor monkey was wriggling and jiggling around, scratching and making a chattering noise. They're driving me mad. Someone help me, please. I'm too rid of these terrible fleas. So it's fleas. Then along came a bear in a pit of a stew. I've got such a bad itch, I don't know what to do. It's right in the spots. I can't reach it with my paws, so why not scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. So the bear and the monkey both have fleas. Very sad. So that was Itchy Spots. Next time we read, we're actually going to read a 2-page little story called One Man Went to Mow. So that was the nursery collection for today. We read about animals in that one. So let's read our Pokemon. So the last time we read about, here. I believe we read about Rattata, Sparrow, Rattata, and Pharaoh, I believe. So now we're going to read about Ekans, the snake Pokemon. Type Poison. When Ekans resets, its coil is long body up into a spiral. In this position, it could quickly raise its head and challenge a foe. How to say it? Kins. And Myrtle height 6'07", metric height 2.0 meters, and Myrtle weight 15.2 limbs, metric weight 6.9 kilograms. Possible move: Wrap, Leer, Poison Sting, Bite, Glare, Screech, Acid, Stockpile, Swallow, Spit Up, Acid Gray, Mud Bomb, Grasto Acid, Bleach, Haze, Coil, and Grunt Shot. So this is Ekans. This is his first upgrade. This is the second one. Arbok, Cobra Pokemon. Type Poison. A powerful Arbok can crush a steel barrel in its mighty coils, getting out of its grip in its no small feat. How to say Bok. Myrtle height 11.06, metric height 3.5 meters, and Myrtle weight 143.3 limbs, and metric weight 65.0 kilograms. Possible moves: Ice Fang, Thunder Fang, Fire Fang, Wrap, Leer, Poison Sting, Bite, Glare, Screech, Acid, Crunch, Stockpile, Swallow, Spit Up, Acid Spray, Mud Bomb, Grass Shot Acid, Bleach, Haze, and Coil, and Grunt Shot. So that is about Ekin the Snake. Next time we read about the loyal Pikachu. So that will be very exciting. Wait. It says Mouse Pokemon? Is Pikachu a mouse? We're going to have to figure that out. I don't know if... Is Pikachu a mouse? It said mouse. Okay. Let's get to our last page of our beautiful... That would be good. So last time we read about how... Let's see here. This true meeting. The secret behind Sly Scratch. So let's read. Today's Monday in the world, which is actually Monday in our world. This morning we packed all of our stuff, so time to go, and brought it to the parking lot. Almost everyone in my class looked like a wreck from sleeping out in the woods overnight, but my group actually looked refreshed. My classmates kept saying how lucky we were to have survived the week with Sly Scratch prowling around, and it was all I could do was bite my tongue. So they're all like arguing about it and like talking about it. Believe me, I was tempted to tell everyone that Sly Scratch was a hoax. people might have even treated me like a hero for finally putting an end to the whole thing. But I figured I might get stuck trapping at this place one day, and if I do, I want to use that bathroom myself. So this is like a grown-up Gregory. I guess this is like his imagination. I was about to load my bag onto the bus, but then Dad told me I could ride home with him. That was way better than sitting in someone's lap, so I took Dad up on his offer. So Dad's actually going to drive him home instead of him going on the bus. On the way out, there was a bus coming in with a whole new crop of kids. I quickly scribbled a message to warn them about what they were in for. I figured it was the last thing I could do. The sign says, "Beware of Sly Scratch." And that is the end of our beautiful old school book. If you guys enjoyed that story, I definitely did. So let's read about volcanoes. This book looks so cool. Like, look at that. Nice and shiny. Written by Sarah O'Neill. So there's actually a table contest. That looks so cool. Look at that. If you're wondering why I'm going like this, I'm making sure you guys can see the pictures. Because if I'm going like, so you guys can see that there's one person that would be embarrassing. So I have to make sure you guys can see the pictures. What is a volcano? So we're learning about what is a volcano. The outer layer of the earth is made out of cold, hard rock. It is called the crust. Inside the crust, there is a very hot melted rock called magma. Some parts of the Earth's crust are very thin, and the magma can push its way to the surface. When it happens, a volcano is formed. So right here is the crust, and right here is the magma. So you guys can look at this diagram. A volcano erupting in Hawaii. So this is Hawaii. If you don't know, Hawaii has a volcano. So that's why it's not. I mean, it's hot there and stuff, and really relaxing, but I wouldn't go there. Volcano inside a volcano. Volcanoes explode when magma pushes through the Earth's crust. This explosion is called an eruption. During an eruption, magma, steam, poisonous gases, and ash are formed or forced up the vent of the volcano. The magma then flows over the edge of the crater. When magma comes out of the volcano, it's called lava. So right here, you guys can look at this diagram. You guys can pause that, like zoom in or whatever and look at it. Okay. Lava and ash. Lava can be thrown into the air or it can flow down the side of a volcano. Lava is so hot that it melts and burns everything in its path. The ash that falls from the volcano can cover buildings and trees. Lava is red hot liquid rock. So you can see that this is very scary. Lava burns everything in its path. So you can see this is, I don't know if this picture is taken or it's like a little camera, but if someone's there taking it, they are brave. I would have been running. Active volcanoes. Volcanoes that are likely to erupt are called active. There are more than 800 active volcanoes in the world today. Cotopaxi is in the Andes in South America. It is the highest active volcano in the world. So I guess this is a volcano. It kind of looks like a mountain of snow. Dormant volcanoes. Volcanoes that haven't erupted for a long time are called dormant. A dormant volcano might not erupt for years or centuries. A dormant volcano in Antarctica. So that's a volcano that literally looks like a snow mountain. Extinct volcano. Some volcanoes stop erupting. When a volcano stops erupting, it becomes extinct. An extinct volcano will probably never erupt again. So this is like the air. That's what it looks like. It looks like sunset, to be honest. Lakes sometimes form in the crater of an extinct volcano. The water may come underground steams or rainfall. The Glasshouse Mountains in Australia are volcanoes that have been extinct for millions of years. So this volcano went off one time or many times before, like 1 million years ago. And until this day, I don't think it went off ever again. Mount St. Helens. In 1980, Mount St. Helens in Washington State erupted. It had been dormant for 123 years when it erupted. The eruption lasted for 9 hours and blew away the whole side of the mountain. 57 people were killed. It also caused a lot of damage and pollution. Mount St. Helens started to smoke before it erupted. So this is like kind of the smoke left. Mount St. erupting below. Mount St. Helens after the eruption. So this is what it looked like. It's just like a bunch of smoke. And this is what it looked after the volcano eruption. It like destroyed that mountain or volcano. After an eruption, after a volcano has erupted, nothing lives or grows near it for many years. Eventually, dirt blows onto the land that has been covered out by lava and ash. Seeds are then blown or dropped by birds onto the soil. Soon, small plants start to grow. After a volcano erupts, plants may not grow again for many years. So you can see this is kind of what the volcano looks like after it's done. As more soil builds up, bigger and bigger plants can grow and animals return. After hundreds of years, a forest may have grown all over the extinct volcano. The only sign that a volcano existed may be a large crater or lake. Crater Lake National Park origin where volcanoes once erupted. So you can see there's a bunch of trees there now ever since the eruption. Where volcanoes are found. Volcanoes are usually found near the edges of thick rock plates that make up the Earth's surface. These rock plates are called tectonic plates. On the edge of the tectonic plates, the crust is thinner. This is where volcanoes are most likely to form. There are often groups of volcanoes along the edges of the tectonic plates. Edge. See, this is the whole map. I guess those little red dots are where volcanoes are. So here, you can look at the picture. And here's the index. You guys can pause that and look at the words. An index is basically like words. And on the back, we've actually got think about it. So like little questions. So that was about volcanoes. I've never experienced a volcano, obviously, but you never know if it could happen one day. Make sure to subscribe. Hope you guys. I don't know what else to say except for bye.